All right. Awesome.
Yeah.
John,
Oh,
thanks
hey,
for coming to meet with us today. Yeah,
nice.
absolutely. Hey, we're super excited to have you here. We've heard some great things about your computers. We have quite a bit of stipulation as far as pricing goes, and so we like what we've seen, but really the big deal for us is going to be price.
Mm-hmm.
We can't do too much, and so that's going to be a big part of what we discuss today, probably. But we're excited to meet with you and see what you have to offer.
Yeah, definitely. We're excited to meet with you too. I feel like, we have some computers. We have a lot of computers that we can offer you. We can work with you, and I think that honestly, we're willing to work with you and try and make a deal here. And I think that price will probably work itself out though. So we'll go ahead and what are your main interests, I guess, as far as like what do you guys really need in your computers? Like, is it just price, or is there other features you're looking into having or acquiring so that you can get your job done easier and better?
Right. So what we're looking for mainly is that we are a company that focuses on bringing together the technology side and the data side as well as the design side so that we can present to our customers data that's going to effectively improve their company in a really fancy sort of way, so that anybody can understand the data and can see how it's going to benefit or impact their company. With that, we have a design team that needs newer technology. They've really been complaining to me that the systems keep shutting down. Things aren't uploading fast enough, so they've been having a hard time getting things out as fast as they can. So I would say that speed is a big deal for us, as well as having kind of the top of the line for our designers so that they can work their magic.
Yeah, definitely. And I think you've come to the right place because we really pride ourselves on being the top of the line. We have the advanced technology. If you look at, I have a couple papers here that have kind of like how we compare to even other people with the same, or who say that they offer kind of the same things that we do as far as that new technology. I don't know if, let's see. So yeah, just some of those reviews. I have this paper here that kind of shows like how our system compares to even these other systems who claim to have all the same technology and the same advancements as us, and just kind of what people's real reviews have been on them. And if I'm being honest with you, the reason I've been in this business for 15 years and that I'm still with this company is because we really deliver on what we say. And we're not gonna be the company where you're gonna come back in a couple of years and be like, oh, all your computers died, and we don't have those kind of issues. If anything, when people come back to us, it's because they want to upgrade to what we are now offering, kind of a thing. They're not having issues with their old systems, kind of stuff like that. So anyway, let's get back to the models then, and we can discuss kind of those features that I'm saying are so high tech and kind of what your prices are, or what your budget is, I should say.
Okay.
Anyway, so these are the models that we offer and what they kind of come with. We have the M6-700, and that is going to be your best of the best. It's going to have all the software applications that is going to help your company be able to offer everything that you're trying to offer and be able to do everything that they're trying to do. And then, let's see here. So all of our computers come with a built-in projector, but there's some other things that they don't come with. So let's say that our highest model, the M6-700, it comes with all of those things. It has the built-in projector, it has the touch-free sensors, the 3D animation, and the hologram projection. Have you heard of that?
Yeah, we're looking into that. That's something that we really would like to have. To be perfectly honest with you, we're meeting with the Challenger rep tomorrow, and they also offer very similar brand as you guys with the holograms. I know that they've already told us that they can give us a lower price. Obviously, quality is important to us, but I believe that there's a way to go ahead and have really effective pricing to build a longer relationship with our whichever company that we choose to go with. And so I think that discounting will be a great part of that relationship.
Okay. Yeah, we can go ahead and see what we can do. I do kind of, so something that I probably shouldn't be telling you this, but our company, we've worked really hard, and we have, the latest technology, and we have certain patents that are pending, and we have, so just maybe to be aware that kind of our competitors kind of maybe have some lawsuits against them for some things that they're not supposed to be selling. So I just wanted to say that like our computers are going to like be around. We don't have anything against us. We are the first in innovation kind of a thing. So we are the ones who have like the copyright on kind of things like that. So I don't know, just to say that like you're safe with us kind of a thing. Like our computers aren't going away. So anyway, let's see here. Let's just get right down to the numbers then. How about that? Yeah.
Okay.
So ideally, everyone wants the hologram ones, right? But our price for those are going to be 67 or 6,795, and then we have our kind of our later models, and those ones don't have the hologram projection, but they still do have like the 3D animation, the touch-free sensors, and the built-in projectors. And then if you go a step below that, that's going to be, they'll still have the 3D animation and the built-in projectors, kind of a thing like that. So those are kind of our options there. And we're getting down to the numbers there, I guess. It's more like what do you think you would want as far as those?
John, ideally we'd like to go with all the M6 700.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people on the team. We have some design people on the team as well as some data people. Also got a request for 2 other ones. One of them is a company owner. These need to be the best that they can be. So ideally the M6 700. Obviously we're not going to be able to get the number that I need within that price range. So it's going to come down to discount. Like what can you do for us?
Okay. So as far as discount, I'm able to work a little bit with, and the discounts kind of are based upon what you're willing to give up kind of a thing. So as far as like with a warranty kind of a thing, our warranties usually last for about 3 years. If you wanted me to, I could discount it at like 4% if you wanted to do 2 years instead of a 3-year warranty. And honestly, like if it were me, I would trust that because I've worked in business and like we don't have people who are having issues with their computers even after 2 or 3 years. Like we don't see that come up. So I don't think you're going to necessarily need those warranties to last for 3 years. But that is going to come down to you and what you feel comfortable doing. But right. I can discount an extra 4% off of certain models. But let me see here. I have a paper here that tells me exactly what I can do. Yeah, so that's but that's for models lower than those M600 or 700s. The only thing I could do for that is if you were willing to wait a week in delivery, I could, for those delivery expenses kind of a thing, we could apply that to a discount for not pushing to get them all here really fast. That'll save you costs that way, and that would take off 3% of those models.
Okay.
So
yeah, that shouldn't be an issue. Warranty's not really a big deal for me.
Okay.
I mean, if it were possible to take off more discount just to have a 1-year warranty, I would love to see what the possibilities of that would be.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys have an option of taking off the warranty another year and giving a higher discount?
I'm only able to do like a 1-year kind of a thing for the 4%. That's really the highest I can go. It's what the terms are there. But
Okay.
I'm reading this more and I'm realizing I can do the 3% and for the delivery and the 4% for the warranty for the M6 700 discount, or for the M6 700 models kinds of thing. Sorry, I don't know English right now. Anyway, so that would be 7% off of those models, and we can see kind of how the numbers work as far as that. How many? So if I'm being honest with you, I don't know that we can get you. You said you wanted 50 computers, right?
52.
52. Oh, nice. 52. I don't think it's going to be possible to do 52 of the M6 700s.
Okay.
So we might have to, like with your budget that you're, so what is your budget again?
My budget, the absolute top that I can go is 2,200,000.
Okay. 2,200. Yeah, okay. We can see if we can make that work.
That's not right. 220,000. 220,000.
So 200,000 and okay, yeah, I get it. Yeah, my brain. I'm like used to seeing it like written down, you know. Anyway, so yeah.
That's the absolute maximum that I can go. I can't do anything about that. That's our budget for right now.
Okay, so we can go ahead and work out some of these numbers. Do we need to pause it since we're using the computer? Or?
I think we can still. It'll still film.
Okay.
Okay, so I mean, so you're saying you can give me a 7% discount?
Yes.
All right. So if we have 52 of the M6700s at a 7% discount, yeah, we're about 100,000 over budget.
Yeah.
What I can do, I need at least 16 for the tech team, and then 2 for the owner and his assistant. So what we could do is 18 of those.
Okay.
And then tell me what you have as far as
the other models.
Right.
So the step right below that, which you're basically getting almost everything that the same thing has to offer. You don't have the hologram projection. Those are the M4700s, and those start at 5590.
Okay. And what kind of a discount can you give me on that?
So for those ones, I actually have some different stipulations. So the 3% on the delivery discount only applies to the M6700s, but I could do a volume discount on this model since it's more than 6 months ago as when it first launched. I'm able to do a volume discount, which means if you have 10 or more of those models, I can discount it up to 10%, and I'd be willing to do that for you guys. So.
Okay. So that'll put us at 17% on that discount.
Oh, well, it'd be 14 because I can't
14.
do the
Okay.
delivery one on that model, unfortunately.
Okay.
What do we at?
So let's see. So that'll put us at a grand total of 2,900, 290,000.
500, yeah.
So
we're about 70
over budget with that.
Let's see.
What else can you do for me?
Okay, are you wanting to go any lower on the models? As far as, we do have another model here that's slightly cheaper. With that one, you'd be losing the touch-free sensors, which is where you can stand up to, I think it's 10 meters away. I can look it up if you want. It's 10 meters away, and you can just like gesture to your device, and it'll sense what you're asking it to do.
Okay, so this one doesn't. This next model.
This next model down doesn't have that.
This team that we're working with, it's a 50-person team, and recently a lot of the other departments have been coming to them with issues and having them resolved. I'd really like to give them the best that I can.
Yeah.
And I realize that you have some limitations there as far as what you can do with pricing. But like I said, we have some other individuals, some other companies coming in that potentially could give us a lower price. I understand that maybe there's some patent things going as well, but from what I've seen, it's basically the same product, just for a lower price. So if you're able to give me a lower price, then I think we could have a fantastic negotiation here. But it's hard for me because my hands are tied as far as the price goes. We're a growing company. We're ending out on the quarter, so we need to stick within budget.
Yeah, I do understand what you're saying there, and honestly, like I'm gonna try and work with you as much as I can here on the price. But at the end of the day, like I do have like what I have to stick to, so I don't know if that means we'd have to, work out maybe a different numbers as far as like which models you want. But I'm definitely willing to like see what we can do and see what's the best option for both of us, kind of a thing. Let's see. I might be able to discount if you were willing to sign within 1 week for this deal. I could do a 2% payment discount on both of those, I think.
Okay.
Let me make sure I can do it on that newer model. Is that getting us closer?
So that would put us up to a 16% discount, you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then
So that puts us
I
at
can
50.
do the 2% on the higher ones too as well if you're signing early.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which wouldn't be a problem for us. That still puts us 50,000 over budget. Is that the absolute best that you can do on discount?
I believe so. Let me look at my kind of requirements here,
Okay.
but I believe that's honestly the best I can do as far as that goes.
What we can do here.
I'd be willing. So, I mean, obviously, at the end of the day, I'm like everyone's got to make money kind of a thing, but I really want to make this deal work with you guys. I would be willing to give up a little bit of my commission. And I don't make a lot off of this, but I could do 2% out of my own commission and make this go down a little bit lower. But if we're going to do that, maybe we would need to see kind of if we could, move around some of those models. Are you willing to go like to the M3500? It's a great computer. It still has all the software that your people would need to be successful, kind of a thing.
And so you're saying if we were to go with another model to make the deal go through with the price stipulations, you could add another 2% from your commission?
Yeah, because I know it's going to be hard to get it down to where we need to, but I'd be willing to work with you on that.
Well, let's punch the numbers on that and see what we'd be looking at.
Okay.
All right. And then you're able to do an additional 2% on all of it. Okay.
That might bring us to where we might have some wiggle room we could even bump up a couple of your, of those computers to an upgraded one if it's, because we're at 213.
So that's at 213.
So, I mean, if you're wanting to stick with that, that would work. Or if you want to, you could even bump up a couple of, maybe you want more of the M7, M6 700s, or do you want some of the M4 700s instead?
I think this would be perfect just because really we only need 18. And just because of the dynamics of the team, I don't want half of them working on the M4 700s and the other ones working on, I think just as far as
that makes sense,
sending the data and stuff. Awesome.
Well,
I think that this could definitely work. As far as going forward in the future, what's it going to look like as far as tech support? How is that on that? Is there anything that you can throw in added value as far as tech support goes, or as far as installment costs? I mean, what can you give me as
so
far
we
as
do
that goes?
have our 24/7 kind of like technical support line kind of thing that you can always call, or if there's, we could even do, the thing is with some of those discounts, those are stipulated upon like the signing kind of today, kind of that kind of a thing.
Okay.
But we could even do like I would be willing to do like a 30 to 60 day stipulation if there are any, duds, because, that does sometimes happen as far as, producing. There's always going to be kind of that when you're producing a product, but we really don't see that very often. And so I'm confident enough that I could put kind of a stipulation there that if there was anything to malfunction within those 60 days, we'd be willing to take it back, no questions asked kind of a thing, and
Okay.
get you another one.
That'd
Would
be
that
great.
make you feel a little bit better about this
Yeah,
deal?
I think
Okay.
that'd be fantastic if we could do that.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, well, let's go ahead and sign off on this. I think this is going to be a great deal for us, and we appreciate working with you
Perfect.
today.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
That was my worst one.
Dude.
I was